Hey, very let's get in the last part of 46th day. Okay, we are here to delete what your knowledge, your wisdom, whatever you have gained through this channel. But we are still in the process of learning and sharing our opinions and views and perspectives through this channel. Okay, keep going ahead with this channel. Because this is informative and really live. We are talking on through the everything, whatever we are talking, we are sharing here. That is really relevant, and we are talking on the basis of our life and our experience, whatever we are getting through this, and that's really appreciating. And it has to become. If it's not in that case, how can you become that person? So we can't even imagine that how to contest or something like that. So if you come to contest, in that case, somehow you can you feel like you are in a good path and you are actually moving ahead and forwarding. You're actually leading yourself towards positivity or something like that in that case. But somewhat if you come to contest, in that case, you can even feel like somewhat you feel like it's not bad, it's really awful terrible, and it has to be. If you're not even thinking in this way, if you don't have the ability and the capability to think in whether in a positive or a negative way, if you can think in a both way, in that case it shows your stable mentality is really how the stability is within you, and that's still exist. So we have, and some people come to discourage you and deter you, but you don't need to do the same thing with other people. If you come to do the same thing with other people and repeat these things with other people, in that case the karma will give you a really often terrible thing. But never ever repeat all these kinds of things, because you are here over here to hard work and to be dedicated person. In that case, that's really appreciating. So what kind of things do you want to reflect? If somebody is really, somebody has something really terrible and often, and that's not even applicable for other people, and that's you just have to refute that things. If you not come to refute that thing, in that case that can affect and impact all kind of each and every person's lives. So it is better to refute that things. So what do you think? Do you discuss in any kind of things? If you can discuss in that case, that's also really a that's it shows that that kind of qualities is also within you, and it has to be. So if you think in this way, that you are really a good person, you have to be, people, if goodness, only goodness doesn't matter here. You also have to be a cruel person. If some people are hard done and shows this kind of behavior with you, and you also have to be that kind of person. So how can you defend your mentality, your whatever you're performing and executing in your life? You must have to defend. If you can't defend, in that case, a lot of what many, you can't even think. These are just few, and this just a few damage and little damage in your mentality. But that's really you can't even think. It has more devastating things behind. So you have to think in this way, and how you have to harmonize your every work, whatever you're performing, you're carry outing all this thing into reality. In that case, you have to, if you can harmonize, in that case you are in a good path. It shows that you would like to be a person, whatever you are. If you can get the things in your life, if you like to get other, only in that case you can become that person. Otherwise you I mustn't have to repeat it if I come to repeat it again and again. In that case, people will say it is mendacious. His perception or his what perspectives are just mendacious, and it's not applicable for, these are not applicable for each and every things, activities or something like that. In that case, this is not a good set of I thought. So that's it. So would you like to insert? If you can insert in that case, that's really a good features, to get any kind of things in a proper way. If you can insert that, I have to say congratulate, because you have, nobody's had that kind of, most of the people don't have this kind of ability or mentality. If you have, then you have to go, you have to use this into reality. In that case, you can also go move forward towards positivity with this kind of active mentality, and you have to go. So if you are just outlining, you like to outline whatever you are learning, whatever you are sharing with other people. In that case, but uh, you have to outline. If you are not outlining, in that case, how? That's seems like worthless. Even you have said a lot things among people, that's no won't be, that's not able to appreciate, from the people. So that's, it is really better to not to exaggerate, if you come to exfoliate anyone, in that case, your even your own image will go down, and you just belie it. But you just belie it, everyone's mentality, even your own mentality. So it is not to be, and so never ever belie it, your own image. Your whatever you are, your performance, your energy, your ultimate and eternal power to go and to move forward towards positivity. So in that case, that's will be really how what content thing. That's it. So if you are what if your journey is really immer immerse kiss and that kiss, that's also really appreciating. And always go through that kind and always amplify these kinds of immersive things in your life. In that case, you don't need to obfuscate ahead of anyone, even if you are obfuscating other people just for your financial to what is stable and to maintain your financial and economic condition. In that case, you don't need to do the same thing and repeat it again with in the future. If you come to repeat, in that case, you it shows you are email you it's so that you don't have measure anything like that. In that case, what do you have to do? You have to ruminate on any kind of things or any kind of topic. In that case, you can take that things deeply, and you have to take, if you are not taking that things deeply, in that case, what how that shows you are you are not that kind of person, and you are not and and it's so that your life is really Sumerian, but you mustn't have to go through this with. And if you are taking and you are just making your life and you are still in the process of making your life Sumerian, in that case, that's really how I recommend you not ever let your journey to be like that. If you are amplifying and if you are going through this way, in that case, you won't get anything in your life. So even your journey is really deflagratory or anything like that, but you just have to deflagrate. You have to burn, like dominate only positives, and not knowledge. You have to expand, you have to escalate your wisdom, your knowledge, even knowledge. So that kind of activity things, if you can scale it in your life, in that case, that's really how helpful, and it will add you in the future, so you must have to be insurient for your success. A lot of people are over here waiting for success. Even your mom, your dad, your parents had hard work and sacrificed a lot hard, so they had they're not here just to evaluate and judge you. They're not even they're just observing you, and they're overseeing you, that what you will do in your life. If you It is always better if you can do these things in time, for your family. In that case, everyone it's really better, man. So do something really appreciating for your life. If you come to accept yourself like how you are, and if you come to hard work on your passions, in that case, how that can be really appreciating. And it has to be, because you are ready to grasp. You're not just here you have to critique. It is better to critique, but most of the time, assimilating everything is also really helpful. We have to assimilate, because it's also gives us a lot of things. And let's make our every perception perspective really how Lou Kulen. If we have a local mentality or that kind of perception perspectives, in that case, that's also really appreciating things. And it has to be, because you will learn how to become that kind of person, so you have to be. So always, you don't need to always critique, but somehow it is better to critique, so that's it. So always logic grasping is really crucial and essential component to change your life into real. Whatever you are thinking about other than wishing for the future to be like that, to get that kind of future or career, and you are still working on that, but you are not but you can do something really precious and particular for that kind of activities or something like that. In that case, you are worried about that things. But what do you think in that case? Even in that case, you just have to stay calm and positive, and that's it. And then your life is gonna completely change, man. And then you feel like your journey, your struggle was really immersive case, immersive key, what the hell, I'm not even able to pronounce the word. Okay, let me pronounce the word